Hello everyone, it's me, the Easter Bunny. Now, the reason you're getting me for this episode is, well, the usual host of the Chapped podcast has had to go on break for mental brain deficiency or something. I wasn't really listening, but he got a bit boo-hoo and the sadness crept in, so I thought as a favour I'd cover him for an episode, or maybe two. We'll see how long he milks it for. And so today we have 3 guests. One that might be familiar to you if you've listened before, and 2 new faces that are gonna share their, well, unique perspectives and life experiences. So let me introduce Etherax Shadesman, a shadow person and member of the Creeping Darkness. So, Etherax, how's it going, mate?
The light of creation has begun to wither, and through its atrophy, our darkness continues to spread.
Okay, I don't think that answers the question, but whatever. So, what's been keeping you busy lately?
As the warm light of day fades into the inky cold black of night, our influence continues to metastasize within the minds of the untainted, and their innocence will fall away as we whisper from the dark.
Oh, fucking hell. So, breaking down that garble of evil nonsense, you corrupt people? Probably kids at night, right?
In the absence of light, there is only darkness.
Yeah, but you do need the light to even cast a shadow, which is what you are. So, I mean, you can harp on about it as much as you want, but you kinda need it, right? And again, that's not really an answer to the question I asked, is it?
We have lingered in the peripherals of existence for millennia. In the darkness we creep, and watch while you sleep, and feed as you weep.
Alright, calm down, Dr. Seuss. Listen, I reckon the other host might have been a bit off-put, maybe even a little bit spooked by you. But I'm the Easter Bunny, I don't give a shit what you do. Right, so I take it you want to scare people, right? Is that why you're here?
Fear is our anchor, it tethers us to this world.
Right, see, most kids, well, they aren't really scared of the same shit anymore. I mean, you can show them footage of a man being slowly sucked into a threshing machine, you know, begging for his life as a look of horror eclipses any hope of rescue, crying and screaming for his life before he's reduced to a mulched, broken mass of bone and pulp. And they'll mostly just laugh. Getting downvoted on TikTok or fuckface scares them more.
Do you mean TikTok and Facebook?
Yeah, whatever. I'd argue that those apps have done more to damage the human psyche than your kind ever could. I mean, stoking derision and hatred, dividing people by any lines imaginable, or they feed a constant stream of dopamine at ever-dwindling amounts, meaning people will keep coming back again and again, chasing that dragon of heart emojis and, you know, fucking thumbs up. All while festering in an echo chamber that attacks anything that even hints at a possible compromise or altering worldview, and it works on all sides, no matter what your beliefs are or what your culture or subculture you belong to. They're all on guard and they attack at the slightest provocation. And what do? You scare kids at night? I mean, I get it, but come on, step your fucking game up.
Our influence continues to spread. Through the dereliction of goodwill, our tendrils spread further.
Right, but doesn't that mean that, well, you're not only dependent on the light, which is your own self-proclaimed antithesis, but also you're entirely reliant on the failings of man to even exist. You fit neatly into a small pocket of the world that's been carved out by the people you claim to prey upon, but without their own self-imposed regression into narcissism, impatience, aggression, and, well, slight sociopathy, you wouldn't be able to function. And you claim to be the cause of man's ills, but in fact, all you do is feed on their own self-inflicted wounds. Your existence is, well, it's purely parasitic. maybe you can induce a little fear from the shadows of someone's bedroom when they try and sleep, but do you really think that justifies your own self-perception of this dark, powerful, insidious presence? Especially when a Harvard dropout who created an app has done more to hurt the youth of the world than, well, your species ever has.
Zuckerberg only created Facebook.
Yes, he did. But in doing so, he proved that social media could be an incredibly powerful corporate tool. And so he paved the way for everything that came after.
We are the monsters that lurk in the darkness. We are what the hunter-gatherers feared lurked beyond the glow of their campfires.
Yeah, I suppose. Spooky stuff, that. So okay, what's in your mind the creepiest thing you've ever done?
We create monsters.
Okay, maybe we're getting somewhere. So how does that work?
There was a young boy who had fallen victim to the ire of his classmates. I fed his growing sense of helplessness. He began to fear his physical ineptitude. Above all, his mind was awash with the terror of forever being perceived as nothing more than a snivelling runt to be mocked and derided. Then, when he was at his lowest, I whispered a suggestion. He would always be seen as weak, pathetic. There was nothing to be done. Even standing up to his adversaries would only spur on their assault. And so he had one option. Kill them. Under the gaze of many a witness, he choked the life from one of his classmates. After incarceration and many, many years of therapy, he was left cold, emotionless. His only true fear now was that he had become a monster, unable to love. Years later, he fathered a child, but still he feared he was nothing more than an unfeeling monster. And so I whispered another suggestion. Sadness. Sadness was the only proof of his humanity. And what would instill sorrow into the heart of a father? The loss of a child. And so he killed his own son. And he was happy because the sorrow did creep in, and in his mind that meant he was not a monster.
I suppose. Creepy stuff, that. Yeah, great.
What do you want from me?
Nothing really. I mean, you're the one who expects me to be scared. I didn't even book you. That was John. He's the producer. I'm just here talking to you, mate. Trying to get some fucking conversation going.
Well, there's more.
Nah, you know what? I've heard enough now.
But
Nah, you've had your time. So let's bring on our next guest, Gramercy Sprinkles, the Christmas elf.
Good day to you both.
Good to see you again, mate.
Aye.
'Tis warm this time of year. So, this shadow monster seems to be draining the heat from the room. It is appreciated.
Sure, no problem.
So, Gramercy, what has been keeping you busy the last couple of months?
There was an attempted coup. Some of the elves from the eastern sector claimed the working conditions were not conducive.
Conducive to what?
Survival.
Got you. So what happened?
The eastern sector is made up of 3 villages, and so Mr. Claus selected one at random to be purged.
Purged?
Duh. Executing the entire sector would not be conducive to the overall production line, and so we made an example of one village, and it brought stability to the region.
Right, and how did you make an example?
Those that weren't killed in the initial purge were chained to the tops of the tallest trees, their arms and legs spread so that they could be pelted from all sides, from the wind and the snow.
To the tops of the trees, like the
Like the stars that adorns a family's Christmas tree.
Right. So, do all of the Western world's Christmas traditions originate from the pain and suffering of your people? Jesus Christ, that's rough. That really just wipes a smile from the face, that. Scary stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see how.
Do you mind if I smoke?
Fill your pointy boots, mate. I don't give a fuck.
Can I finish?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I live to further the predation of humanity through the induction of fear, negative influence, and...
Would you like a cigarette?
No, I don't have lungs. Anyway, me and my kind are not...
I'll stop you right there, because our third guest is just arriving. He should be here any minute.
Oh, hello. Am I in the right place?
Bob, yes mate, step right through.
Oh, you're an ethereal shade. I've never met one of your kind before. Pleased to be making your acquaintance.
Whatever.
Hey.
That is very rude.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it.
I am a dark shade, the shadow that clouds hope and the darkness that crushes joy.
He's a fucking downer, ain't he?
Why did you even bring me on?
I already told you. I didn't book you. The producer did, John. Anyway, you've had your turn. So, Bob.
Yes.
What's your deal? What do you do?
This is ridiculous.
Shut up! Sorry, Bob. Please, go on.
I'm a messenger demon, more of an analyst really. I ferry information from management to the reavers. Once a reaver has dragged the sinner down to perdition, I ensure that the level of pain dished out is in line with the sin committed, and that it's increased at a fair incremental rate. It's rather dull really.
Right. See, me and you, we work under different deities. I was granted divinity by the Great One.
Oh yes, the giving hand. The great one.
Oh, might have to bleep that.
Oh no, I'm terribly sorry.
Nah, mate, it's fine. You weren't to know. See, the name will just echo in the minds of any mortal that hears it again and again and again, growing louder and louder until, well, their skulls just implode. Hopefully the producers weren't listening.
Oh dear, sounds like some of the punishments we dish out in the Great Inferno. Strange how we call it that. There's actually no fire in hell. It is hot though. Sorry, what was your name?
Gramarshi.
You're not mortal, are you?
It should be fine.
This is correct. I am mortal, but Christmas magic shields me from most supernatural curses. This is why any punishment we endure is purely physical.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's brutal stuff. So, what sort of punishment do you guys deal out?
Oh, the punishments are decided by the sin. So, when the sin is committed, the punishment will be decided in accordance with the act. It's mostly automated, has been for centuries.
How would you punish insubordination?
Ooh, good one.
Well, that's not really a sin.
Oh, I see. Strange. For my people, it is the most grievous of crimes.
Well, a crime and a sin are very different things.
Oh, I'd never really thought of that. So, what are the sins?
Well, murder is a big one, theft, depending on who and how it affects the victim, enslavement.
Gluttony, vanity.
Funny, actually, the 7 deadly sins, as the mortals call them, aren't really sins. Lust, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, pride, and the 2 you mentioned. They're essentially just made up by man to use as more of a cudgel to keep their underlings in line.
Shadow Man, from what I know, and it's very little, so forgive my ignorance, your kind was created when the great spire in the dark plane shifted, and like flint against steel, a spark of creation was struck, and your species was brought into existence. Is this true?
My name is Aetherox Shade Splint, not Shadow Man.
Don't be a dick. He's trying to get you involved.
Yes, that is how it happened.
Oh, so you were born of the third plane of being, between the visual spectrum and the enveloping eclipse. Fascinating.
Right, so is that why you're a shadow?
Yes, we do not share the same physical space as you, but we were born from a spark of light, so we are visible in spite of being created in a realm of darkness.
See, that's interesting. Why didn't you lead with that instead of all the triad spooky stuff?
This is bullshit.
I don't see why you are so upset. This is stimulating conversation, no?
I exist to induce fear. You have reduced me to a mockery. I will not stand for this.
Sorry if I have offended you in any way.
Nah, Bob, let him go off.
He is very discourteous.
Enough! I'll bury you in your own broken dreams. I'll crawl out of your nightmares and watch you twitch as your mind screams with the ungodly horrors of the dark.
Are you threatening me, mate?
Foolish question.
Oh wow, the elf has a gun. Look, gentlemen, please, calm down, okay? He's much bigger than both of you, so let's not let this get messy.
Like I told the last guy, this ain't my actual size.
You're fucked, Shadow.
Oh my, please no.
Hold him still. Don't worry about him, mate. Fair enough.
Oh dear. Oh wow.
Go again. And again. Once more for good measure.
Well, that was quite the display of savagery.
Hold up. Let me just switch back.
There we go. Oh, a little whimsical given the nature of the situation.
I'll have my cleanup crew deal with the mess.
Ooh, splendid.
Now, I didn't know shadows could bleed.
Da. There is a lot of viscera.
Good thing you aren't human, because, well, this would be quite the sin.
Shame. I was beginning to enjoy our conversation.
Yes, quite well. Shall we wrap it up there?
I suppose we'll have to. Let me just check with the producers. John, is that okay? John, oh shit. He's dead.
Oh, must have been when I said...
Yeah, his head's imploded.
Well, gentlemen, this has been a most stimulating discussion.
Yes, good meeting you, Gramsci.
Take care, gentlemen.
Well, that's it for this week's episode. Good thing too, I need to go make some more eggs. Like chickens need fucking. How's it go? Have a good day, everyone, and stay smiling. Yeah. Bye.
One more.